Yeah, baby, we're back with another video. Oh, this? Just been questing in Mechagon and Nazjatar and getting me some new gear. Looking pretty sexy, huh? Looking pretty fine, if I do say so myself. That's right. Call me, ladies. I've got a big sword. But guys, hello. It's me. It's Nixxiom, and welcome back to another video. And in this one, I want to talk a little bit about patch 8.2 and sort of what I think about 8.2 so far. Specifically, I want to talk a little bit about Nazjatar, and I want to talk about Mechagon. Did I pronounce that right? Nazjatar? 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 I don't know, man. Freaking Naga names, dude. Like, no one knows how to pronounce this shit. Now, guys, the newest World of Warcraft patch has just come out, and patch 8.2 has been a big breath of fresh air to the WoW community. BFA, well, unless you've been under a rock, Battle for Azeroth hasn't really been the best received expansion in WoW's history. There's been a lot of negativity surrounding the game lately. A lot of people have been leaving the game to try out other titles, or they've just been waiting very patiently for classic WoW. Less than a month away, by the way, guys. You guys ready for adventure? I am. But the point is, a lot of people haven't been too happy lately. There's been a lot of criticisms surrounding the Heart of Azeroth system, just the world in general, Blizzard's approach to the game, the lack of a community feel to... the point is that it just hasn't been that well received, and 8.2 has come out, and although 8.2 hasn't really fixed the problems, 8.2 has definitely taken Battle for Azeroth in a step in a better direction. We've gotten this new raid on Queen Azshara's palace. We've also seen changes to that dreaded necklace that's been around our necks since the beginning of the expansion. That stupid thing which, it's supposed to be this necklace of power, and it makes us, more badass and super powerful so we can fix the world or something and heal it, yet it's just a stupid, annoying artifact point system grind again from Legion. So, but this time you don't even get a cool model because it's a necklace, and so it's hidden. You can't even see it. That's bullshit. I don't like it. But in this patch, the necklace, by doing certain things in the world, you get cool new abilities, and it puts more spells on your hotbars, and that's pretty cool because ability pruning has been a big issue in WoW for a while, but that's a subject for another time. The point is, the patch has been pretty good, and it added 2 new zones to the game, Nazjatar and Mechagon. And I want to talk about these 2 zones in particular. I want to talk about the good. I want to talk about the bad, and then I want to wrap up with a conclusion. So let us begin by talking about the glorious zone of Mechagon. Now, I think that most people would agree that out of both of the 2 new zones, Mechagon is the superior one. I don't know what Blizzard was doing when they made Nazjatar and Mechagon. It's like they put all their focus and creativity into Mechagon, or at least like 80% of it, and then they put 20% of it into Nazjatar. So get ready. By the way, I'm going to kind of rip on Nazjatar a little bit, so just be prepared, but we're going to talk about Mechagon for a second here. It's a tiny island off the coast of Kul Tiras where a bunch of Mechano gnomes are fighting against their crazy robot machine king, and you're helping them to reclaim Mechagon, this ancient, well, I don't know if it's ancient, but this gnome city. Now let's just make one thing clear. Nobody likes gnomes in World of Warcraft. Gnomes are a plague on Azeroth that need to be exterminated one life at a time. Okay? But if there's one thing that people do like in World of Warcraft, it's fun. And you know what? Mechagon is fun. There's plenty of world quests to do. There's all these cool things that you can build with the player base, like jetpacks that allow you to fly around the island. You can build your own mounts. There's the junkyard tinkering system. You can find these recipes and come back to this big robot and make some cool shit that you can play with when you're on the island. And then there's the whole punch card trinket system, which I think is badass and awesome. The zone feels like there's a lot to do in it, and as soon as you land in Mechagon, it's like there's a surprise around every corner waiting for you. A new puzzle, a new type of mob, a new, ooh, what's this kind of experience, and I really like that. I really love Mechagon. It's a zone that, yeah, it's supposed to be sort of a catch-up zone. It gets you, what you need to be able to go into the Azshara raid. It gives you that punch card that gives you a high item level trinket and blah, blah, blah. but it doesn't feel like a catch-up zone. It doesn't feel like some stupid world quest zone. It doesn't feel like it at all. And even when you're doing like the rep grinding, at least for me, I haven't reached this point yet, I don't feel like I'm doing a rep grind because I'm genuinely enjoying the zone and the fun little trinkets and things that I can do in the zone. And then there's Nazjatar. So let's talk about Nazjatar for a second. So Nazjatar is the complete contrast to Mechagon, because here's the thing. Nazjatar, for all intents and purposes, it just feels like another world questing zone. Now I'm gonna say this, all right? The intro cinematic to Nazjatar is pretty cool, and the premise of Nazjatar is cool as well. Queen Azshara went down to her local pagan pride day, went to one of those weird ass like rock vendors where they sell the magic rocks. You know, you guys know what I'm talking about, like the magic stones. You know what I'm talking about. And she used this magic rock to pull back the tides, and so we got this big old crater in the middle of the ocean, and we're questing, and you know, you're underneath the water, but not really, and you see like the big walls. I mean, you feel like fucking Moses when you're walking around parting the Red Sea. It's incredible, and I like that. The zone itself, like the fantasy of it, I love it. The waves being held back, the fantasy is great. Like the feel is amazing. But the zone is a bitch. Like, damn. Like the different like pathways and corridors and like the multi-layeredness of the zone in some areas. Like, dude, this zone is a pain in the ass to navigate. Mechagon is great. It's just an island. You walk around on it, and oh look, you can get a jetpack so you can float your ass around and get from point A to point B like super easy. But Nazjatar, no, you gotta go up these cliffs, you gotta go down these pathways, you gotta go through this cave, you gotta swim under the water like a goddamn fish. Like, I hate this zone, man. Like, the design of it is god awful, all right? That's not even an opinion, that's a fact. If you disagree with me, you're wrong. Like, dude, it is easier to stick your dick into a concrete wall as opposed to navigating this zone. But I will say a few good things about the zone. The zone is full of a lot of really cool lore, okay? There's a lot of cool lore and cool cut scenes and whatnot. You get to see some familiar faces. You get to see Zinajari. You know, for those of you that read the War of the Ancients books back in the day, like I did, because I'm a complete fucking nerd, it's like, whoa, dude, this is it, man. This is where it all happened. We finally get to see Azshara being a big bitch to everybody. That's pretty cool, you know? And there's also some like cool characters you get to meet along the way. You get to have like a bodyguard, like fish monster that you can like rank up and stuff, and that's kind of neat. You know, there's some neat stuff in there. And there's also the whatchamacallit, the system where you can get the gear that makes you better at killing things in the raid, you know, the fish slaying gear. I like that. And the only other thing I can think of really that's interesting in Nazjatar, I mean, it's not like an innovative new concept, but I do like the whole the randomly spawning world bosses. You know, when the dude yells like, a servant of Azshara is rising from the sea or something, and then everybody's like, oh shit, and they all like pile onto like this one mob and they like destroy it like in 3 seconds, and then you're late and then you miss the loot. When you actually do get to kill these things, that's pretty cool, you know, world bosses, that's nice. And I also don't like Azshara's whole like, oh, I'll get you next time, you rotten kids. I don't really like that vibe down there, you know, whatever. But Nazjatar, it's just not as good as Mechagon. I feel like the zone is just a big labyrinth. It's confusing to navigate. I've seen a lot of people say that too. And Mechagon, not only is it very simple, it's an island, you know, little hills and valleys and whatnot, but you can also get around it very easy with a jetpack or flying, and just makes things very simple for the player base, and I think that's really cool. Nazjatar doesn't have that. It doesn't have that charm. Nazjatar just sort of feels like another world quest zone. You kill some Naga here, you bounce on some jellyfish here, ooh, you solve a puzzle there, and that's it. I'll be honest, whenever I do 8.2 content, I always do the Nazjatar stuff first, just because I want to get it out of the way so I can then do the Mechagon stuff, because I know that I'm going to have a lot more fun in the Mechagon zone. I think, Blizzard, that in the future, you should try to make more zones like Mechagon. Mechagon has a great like sort of in-house resource system with the scrap pieces and whatnot that you can use for the junkyard engineering or tinkering, whatever it's called. I also love how you can use the island's currency to build things in the world that benefit the players around you. You can build your own mount, you can paint it whatever color you want. That creativity is awesome, and I love that. And I would love to see something like that in every single zone going forward, especially in the next expansion when we get brand new zones. Every zone has its own unique thing that makes it special, its own unique set of mechanics, and I'd really like that. Maybe we can talk about that in greater detail in a future video. In conclusion, guys, patch 8.2 has been a good patch that has taken BFA in a good step, in a good direction. It's not an incredible patch, it's nothing mind-blowing. I mean, I'm not gonna go look up like Queen Azshara and Mechagon hentai online and like beat off to it, it's so good. I'm not gonna do that, but it is a good patch. I do enjoy both zones to a point, I just enjoy one more than the other. I do like the Heart of Azeroth changes. I have enjoyed the content so far, and I'm looking forward to what's coming next. But of course, guys, these are all just my opinions. Feel free to disagree with me down in the comment section down below. Maybe you love Nazjatar. Like, hey, dude, voice it. Say, hey, Blizzard, you need to make more zones like Nazjatar. Multi-layered, confusing, big like spaghetti mess of a zone. Do it. Puzzles and world quests, like all of it. I love it. Do it. Or maybe you agree with me and you might say, hey, Blizzard, like Mechagon is really cool. I love how it works. Maybe we should see future zones, even just simple leveling zones being like this in future expansions. That would be really cool. I don't know. Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. And if you don't like a zone, if you really don't like Mechagon, maybe how could Blizzard fix it? Or what could they learn from it going forward, from the mistakes? What are the pros and the cons of each zone and of the patch as a whole, in your opinion? But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hit that like button if you want, subscribbly wibbly if you want, I do appreciate it, and I will see you with my next one. In the meantime, I think I'm gonna go get in my longboat and I'm gonna sail down to the English coastline and I'm gonna capture me some filthy Saxon wenches, if you know what I mean. That's right. So I'll see you guys with my next video once I'm done with that. So until then, I guess I'll see you.